Hey everybody, how are you guys doing? Hope all are well. Let me know about video and audio, please, if you don't mind. I think we're good, but just want to verify that so we're set to go. Go ahead and chime in. Let me know when you're here, and we'll get started once we have about 15, 20 people. We'll get going. Hey Aries, how's it going, buddy? Or Alan, I should say. Aaron. Good deal. Hey Dan, how's it going? Now this is a trading night school, okay? So we're not going to be doing Bitcoin TA. But we will be talking about Bitcoin and how to and setups and how to trade setups and things like that. So we're going to be talking about that, so we can have just better trading. So, yeah, don't expect a lot of charting and TA tonight, guys. This is trading night school, so don't forget Thursday nights. That's why we do it late when kids are in bed and you guys hopefully in the um, hopefully you guys can learn. Let's see here. Hamed, what's your question? Alan, you're hilarious, man. Wow, don't always don't always listen to me. I get it wrong sometimes, but I put some stuff in place here recently to keep myself focused and not miss the trades. So 82%. Wow, nice. That's awesome, dude. Aaron, way to go, dude. Hey, Dennis, how's it going? How's it going? Arbone, I didn't see you. And Tails, how's it going? Tommy DT, glad you're here. And thanks for your good comment on today's video as well. So, all right, there's 6 of you, or 12 of you, I should say. So, awesome. All right, so tonight it's part two of Elliott Wave strategy. I'm going to try to set you up with some strategy, as well as just emphasize that you need to have a strategy before you trade. Okay, we're not just guessing which way it's going and then getting in a trade. Sometimes we do take chances. Obviously, we get it, but we need to have rationale and reasons for the trade. Oh, tonight is Tuesday. It's not Thursday. Golly day. I'm 2 days ahead, guys. That's all right. We'll come back on Thursday as well. So, thank you, Hamed. I appreciate that, guys. I'm doing more than I should. I should be sleeping because I'm dog tired. I didn't even realize this was Man, my week is messed up. Thank you, Hamed. All right. Well, we'll still do some trade night school tonight. Sorry about that. But yeah. Wow. You know what it is. I'm usually have prison ministry on Tuesday nights, and that's embarrassing but funny. I usually have prison ministry on Tuesday nights, and tonight's one of my off Tuesday nights. So that's all right. We'll keep on rocking. Because I made today's video around, I don't know, about 6:30 or something, and I just said, oh yeah, we got trading night school tonight, and so my mind was just like, yeah, we got trading night school. So, all right, well, let's talk about. We'll talk. I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll do an abbreviated trading night school tonight because I didn't even realize it was Tuesday and not Thursday. So we'll still come back Thursday and do trading night school like normal time. But we'll pick up where we left off. We'll do an abbreviated trading school, and then I'll do some Bitcoin TA as well. Okay. How's that sound to everybody? Is that okay? Let's see. Okay. So most of you are in the group in the trade in the Telegram group, and I really appreciate you guys showing up tonight, and I'm glad you're liking the group. But just always let me know how we can make it better. But if you're not part of the group, I want to encourage you to become part of a group. I'm really putting a lot of energy and effort there, and it's actually deterring, is taken away from my energies here on the YouTube channel. So if you find that I'm not around as much as I have been the past year, make sure that you guys come join. But anyway. So yeah, let's see here. All right, thanks again, Hamed, for reminding me, and we're gonna do it, like I said, do an abbreviated trade night school tonight. All right, we got 17 of you. Let's get rocking. Okay, I want to remind you here that we don't trade without a strategy. Okay, and so Elliott Wave theory provides us with that strategy. Well, at least one of them, okay? So we don't only use Elliott Wave, but there are some trade setups that when we see the certain criteria met, we can enter those trades based upon Elliott Wave setups. Now, last week we talked about how to trade a correction, okay? How to trade a correction. And so basically, once you have a 5-wave move, let me try that again. And I'm going to go pretty fast here tonight. Okay, so once you have a 5-wave move, and that 5-wave move is finished, okay, then we expect a 3-wave correction. That's the Elliott Wave. This is the Elliott Wave sequence, just like that. Now it can also be in a downtrend as well. So if it's in a downtrend, it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The same thing with an ABC correction. Now, that is the Elliott Wave sequence in a bull market, and this is the Elliott Wave sequence in a bear market. Okay, now when we trade a correction, the higher time frames are the better time frames. Okay, in other words, trading the at least the 1-hour chart to the 4-hour chart are better. The daily to me is a little too high. I think. Well, I mean, it's not too high, but for me it is. For my taste, it is. I like the the 4-hour for setups and the 15-minute chart for entries. But anyway, what we want to do here is so for our strategy in Elliott Wave, what we want to do is we want to trade the C leg. Okay, the C leg. That's going to be our strategy. Now you can trade the A leg, but it's hard to catch it, right? It's hard to catch it. Like the other night, I went short here, but once I saw the wave shape, and once I saw that, I was like, this isn't it. It looks like it's going to reverse, and so I actually took it long. Okay, so in other words, I didn't see the structure I wanted to see in that shape. I didn't think we were going to get this. Basically, I changed, but I did trade it. I did trade it short. Now, so you can't always catch the top. And so what you do is you wait for the 5 waves to be finished. Criteria number 1. Criteria number 2. The strategy is this: that you want to see a reversal wave. Okay, you want to see a clear reversal wave. That's a good 5 waves. Okay, that basically it's a clear reversal in trend. It's not a continuation. Okay, it's gonna break out of this. It's gonna break out of this pattern. Okay, now how do you know when the 5th wave is done? Well, when you see a 4th and you're looking for the 5th wave to finish, you're looking for 5 waves in the 5th. So we're always looking for 5 waves in the 5th. We're also looking for divergence in price. So we want to see price going up while the RSI down here is going down. So that's also something else we look for. So divergence in this trade is better. So you wait for a clear reversal wave, okay, and then you're looking for a 3-wave retrace that comes to 50% at least. You want to see that to be 3 waves. You want it to count correctively, and once you get that, there's your entry, okay, and then your stop is above here. So there's a setup and there's a strategy that you only enter on those criteria. So really what you're looking for is, I want to know that this 5 waves is finished. So you can create your own rule set, however you want to do it. That's going to help you to know when this 5 waves is finished. And you notice that we've been talking about forever in my videos, and is this done? Is this done? Is it done? Okay, and so we haven't seen the evidence that the wave is finished, and so we're looking for evidence that the wave is finishing and completing, and showing this, the completion of a sequence done, so we can trade that. Now we're not going to try to trade the A. Okay, we're going to let that go by, and then we're going to let the B go by, and then we're going to enter here and trade the C. That's a strategy for you guys, and with a rule set. Okay, so in other words, you're sitting on right now. If you're going to trade this particular strategy and you're waiting on that big pullback, you're sitting on your hands right now. Okay, for this particular strategy, you're sitting on your hands. You're watching price. You're watching Bitcoin price, and you're like, okay, it's going up, cool. And what are you waiting for? You're waiting for on the larger time frame here. Let me go to the 2 hour. Okay, let me get this out of the way. On the larger time frame, guys, you're looking for a clear reversal wave. Okay, you're looking for something to reverse. You're looking for this, something that's deep, something that's good, a good impulse wave to the opposite direction. Okay, we want to see divergence here on the RSI. Check it out. This is the 2 hour chart. We've got divergence here on the 2 hour chart. Okay, the stochastics are in the upper position. They're ready to go down on the 2 hour chart. Okay, ready to go down here as well. So we're ready for, stochastics are in the right location. We got divergence here. We're on a higher time frame. I mean, higher than 15 minutes or 10 minutes. We're in 2 hours. Even the 4 hour chart has the same divergence, although it looks like a little bit more room to go up here on the 4 hour chart. On the 2 hour chart, we're in the oversold, overbought regions, I should say. In the 4 hour, we're still on the upswing here in the stochastics, and so there's basically 2 hours saying we're going to get a small pullback, and then more continuation, where 4 hours saying we got continuation coming. So, and that's the way you read that. But you're reading the RSI, you're reading these things, and you're looking for the evidence of that short. Now, what per this strategy and per these rules that we're trading by, guys, you don't care once you get this wave. Once this wave is topped out and finished, okay, for this particular strategy, just trading corrections for now. We're going to talk about trading impulse in just a minute. Once this thing is finished, you're waiting for something, and then you're waiting for a pullback. And then this is where we're going to enter, and then we're going to catch this leg. And so really the cool thing about this is that once you get an impulse wave and then a pullback, this is where you're looking to enter the trade and then go short. Now, what I want to do is I want to show you, let's see if we can go to the 4 hour chart or the 2 hour chart on the, let's go to NZD here for a minute. Let's take a peek at that, and I'll just show you something. Okay, look what we got here. Now, looking at this structure, excuse me, let me go to the 8 hour for a minute, do a little analysis here. Okay, the trend, overall trend in the NZD is down. Okay, overall trend is down. We know that this is part of a larger system. Now, as we go into the smaller time frames, and I'm just looking at this particular, this looks like a 5 wave up, okay, but this also looks like an impulse, okay. We have a clear change in direction, okay. Now, what you might want to do here, okay, just depends. Let's see here. Once this wave finished out, we have a clear change in direction. It looks like you have a 5 waves that's finishing up. Let's check the divergence and see if we've got divergence on the 4-hour. We have no divergence on the 4. We had divergence here, and we have divergence right here at this little section. It's very small, but it's there. We got divergence right there. Come on. And there. Okay. Now, once this thing is complete, my guess is that this is going to have one more wave to the downside. That's my guess. And we need a 5th wave to come down. That's what I believe. And then I'm going to be looking for, oh, come on, a 3-wave pullback. Okay? That's what I'm going to be looking for. So once this thing is finished, and I don't think it is, okay, but I'm going to be watching for a 5-wave with a 3-wave pullback. Now, here's a cool thing. This kind of applies. Let's see here. Get that off the screen. Let's just pretend that this news event that just happened tonight, and that's why we get this straight up candle. Let's just pretend that this is actually the beginning of that wave. So once this thing is finished, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we get 5 waves. Okay, what are we waiting for? We're waiting for a pullback, right? Looking for a 3-wave pullback. Once we get this pullback, we're going to go. This is where the trade is, right here. Now, we're not going to jump in the trade here. Okay, why don't we jump in the trade here, guys? Why don't we jump in the trade right here? It's going up. It's going up. FOMO in, right? Because chances are it's done or close to done. It's going to go sideways for a little bit, and then it's going to end up coming back, and it's going to come back to 50%. It's probably going to come right back to this level right there where these little candles are right there. Okay. It's going to come on back down here, and if we see what we're looking for, we got 3 waves. It looks good. It measures correctively. Boom, we're in the trade. Okay, so this is a strategy. This is how we use. We take what we know of Elliott wave and the way waves move, and we look for strategies. Now, here's the deal. Could this thing just kind of go up here like this and then continue on down? Yes, it could. So what's the stop? What's the rule here then? Well, right here, if this wave is 3 waves and it goes beyond this level down here, guys, right down here, then this isn't some kind of a 2 wave and we're going to get 3, okay? The only thing it could be is a B wave and we're going to get the 3rd wave up like that. And so what we do is we run the extensions. What I do for my stops on this type of trade is we run the extension on the first 2 waves. Okay, run the extension on the first 2 waves. If this wave begins to shoot impulsively past the 1618 and it goes continually, okay, I'm stopping that trade out because this 3 wave is not measuring correctively. It's measuring impulsively, and so I'm going to stop that trade out. And so that would be my stop down here below the 1618, deep enough for a stop hunt. Okay, if you wanted to be more conservative, at the very bottom right here. So if the 3-wave extension of this trade goes beyond the 1618 substantially and holds, then I'm stopping that trade out because that is an impulse to the downside rather than a corrective. But if I'm seeing what looks like a 3-wave pullback when I put the fibs on it and I measure it and it's measuring to the 1-to-1 extension, okay, or to the or the 127 extension, then I'm going to take that long. And what we're doing, this trade setup is you got the A, you got the change in direction, you got the B pullback, and we're going to trade the C. Chances are we're going to come on down and make another low to finish this wave on out. But this is the trade we're trying to take right now. Okay, so that's the way we're thinking about that, guys. That's the way we're thinking about this particular trade setup. Let me stop and see what you guys are asking, if you're asking anything at all, if y'all are getting this. But that's right, Taps. We never buy on green candles. I don't. That's a rule of mine. That is one of my rules of engagement. I never sell on red candles. Never sell. Okay. Everybody doing okay with that so far? So that was last week's strategy. I'm just kind of recapping there. In a downtrend, do I swing high to low or low to high? Always. Um, what time frame is best to apply the Fibonacci retracement? It applies on any time frame. So if you're doing micro analysis or macro analysis, but everything is a lot more reliable on the macro. 4 hours is the best time frame to do charts. The 4 hour chart is the best chart. Because it clears out all the market maker shenanigans and it gives you the real trend. So the 4 hour time frame. Now, when you're doing the retracement, you always go in the direction, you click in the direction of the wave, okay? So, for instance, if I want the retrace of this particular wave right here, I'm going to click at the bottom of that guy because that's where that wave started, and I'm going to click at the top of that wave because that's where it ended. And then whatever gives, that's going to give me the retrace there, okay? Tommy DT, if this wave, okay, good question. So Tommy says if this green candle continues to go up, we just he says we just watch it to finish and then short it. Yeah, that's something you can do, but how do you know when it's finished, right? And so with this particular strategy, we're giving the first leg, we're giving the first wave of the reversal away. We're saying I'm not trading it. I'm staying out of it. The rule set for this particular strategy is we stay out of this first wave. Now, if you're trading with me in the group, I'm going to trade that first leg, okay? But you have to realize that it's a lot riskier to do that. All I'm doing right now is I'm trying to help you guys understand that when you trade, you must have a strategy. That strategy has to have rules, and you have to have discipline to follow those rules, okay? And I'm giving you some rules that are going to keep you safe and help you not to lose trades. When you're trying to trade every wave, guys, okay, you're trying to trade that down wave, and then you want to trade this up wave, then you want to trade that down wave, then you want to trade that up wave. Guys, I mean, you're just going to miss and you're going to get lost in the waves. You're going to get screwed up. But if you just wait patiently for your setup, you trade the wave that sets you up. So even if this thing keeps going up, fine. We're going to let it come down one wave, okay? And then if it comes back again to 50% there, okay, if it comes back, in the three-way process, then I might trade it down to here on the smaller time frame, okay? So in other words, I might go ahead and trade this if it's worth it, down to the one-to-one extension of this wave right there. And then what I want to see is if that finishes, because this is the real trade right here. This is the real trade because we're going to get the one-to-one extension of that right here. So we're going to get a one-to-one there. That's the trade we want right there, okay? And the Forex, this is, how many pips is that? That's a 130 pip trade. If you're trading a standard, guys, 130 pip trade is $1,000, $1,300. If you're trading half a standard, guys, that's a $650. No, $650 trade there. So in other words, the point I'm making is, again, you don't try to trade every wave, and especially the reversals are hard to find and catch. Okay, now I'm trying to help you guys on my YouTube channel and in the Telegram group. I'm trying to help you guys find it. Okay, but we keep asking, when is it going to be, and when we don't know. We just don't know. And so as traders, you can say, I don't care. You can just sit back and relax and wait for it to happen. And then once it happens, you're like, okay, finally we got the reversal. Okay, we're going to trade the pullback. Once we get the pullback, then we're going down. Okay, let's go back to Bitcoin and just look. Let's just go back, okay, and see how many times. Let's see. Let's go to the 4-hour chart here. Right here. Okay. This is the top of Bitcoin. Okay. This is the top. Okay. And then what happened? What happened? we got a three-wave move off the top. Okay? Okay, we let that go by. We didn't short that. We didn't trade that, nothing. We saw that, though, and like, oh, okay. Now, what we're looking for, because we don't know what's going to happen next, is we're looking for a three-wave to come back that doesn't break the top, that measures correctively. So let's throw the Fibonacci's on this guy. All right, check it out. You guys, if you don't know how to measure a wave like I'm doing right now, then you need to learn it. It's a skill you have to have. Okay, especially if you're using Elliott wave. If you don't use the Fibonacci trend extension tool with your Elliott wave count is wrong. I'm not even going to look at it. If I don't see fibs on your chart, I'm not even going to look at your count. Okay, or if I don't know that you use fibs to come up with your count sucks. Okay, so you're gonna have to learn how to use the trend-based fib extension tool. Go back in the earlier days of the trading night school and you'll find it. Okay, all right. So look here. We got a three-wave move. Okay, check mark. Three waves. It comes to the one-to-one extension. Check mark. Okay, we've got a high probability here, even though we know what's coming next. If we didn't know what was coming, we got high probability to enter into this region. Okay, and where's our stop going to be? It's going to be right up here, breaking this high, or past the 1618, right up here. Okay, and we're going to trade it short to the downside, and let's trade it to the one-to-one extension of this. Our target is going to be a one-to-one of that. So let's throw the fibs on this whole move right here. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. And look what it did. It came right to the one-to-one. We had a perfect trade on that one. If you were just patient enough, it would have been okay for you to miss this trade and okay for you to miss that trade. But you got this trade. Okay? And that's the setup I'm showing you right now. Okay? In other words, and then, I mean, that move was 13,200 down to 9,000. Guys, would y'all have been happy with that? That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's a $4,000 move, okay? You would have made $4,000 on this move had you just waited for this to happen and waited for that to happen and then took it short, okay? So, I mean, you would have made $4,000 trading that to the downside on the 4-hour chart. Would have been beautiful. Okay. Let me show you another one. Once that finished, clear reversal wave. We got a reversal wave. How many waves was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? It's 5 wave-ish. Okay? Got a 3-wave pullback. Came on. It did not break the low. 3-wave pullback. Let's measure it. See if it measured corrective. How do you measure this guy? Came to the 786. That's a corrective measurement. Okay? So we had a boom, boom. Here's your entry. Okay? Even if you entered in here somewhere, fine. You're trading it long. Whoop. Trading it long. We didn't trade that. We didn't trade that. We waited for that. What do we get? 9,400 to 12,3. $3,000. So we made $4,000 there. We made $3,000 there. We didn't trade that. We didn't trade that. But we made $7,000. Again, it's hypothetical, but still, you get the idea. It's easy to trade a chart after it's done. But this is the setup. Had you followed your rules and applied the setup, it would have worked here. It would have worked here. It would have worked here. Okay? Clear reversal wave. We let that go. We didn't trade that. Don't trade it. Okay? Got a 3-wave pullback. Came to about 50%. And just short. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? Now, once we got this 3 waves, we would have said, oh, something's wrong here. Because we got 3 waves. Alright? So that 3 waves would have told us something. You know, and we might have gotten stopped out if we let that go, or we would have taken profit. Again, all of these are, just depend, but it's still the setup worked. Clear reversal wave, 3-wave pullback, enter the trade. Okay. Notice that on this 3-wave pullback, look how it measures. Let's see. 1276. Boom. If I measure it from here, almost to the 1-to-1 extension. So just depends on how you measure that guy. Okay, this happens over and over and over. Okay, so that's a strategy for trading corrections. Okay, wait for the clear reversal wave. Okay, wait for the 3-wave pullback up to at least 50%. Enter the trade. Trade the third leg. Okay, now that same strategy works on impulses. Okay, all right. So an impulse. Here, you get an impulse, 5 waves, 3-wave pullback, boom. This is where we enter the trade wave 3. Okay, we leave wave 1, we leave wave 2, we trade wave 3. Okay, so we're going to let this go by. Let that go by. Get a 3-wave pullback. Okay, enter the trade wave 3. That's what you get. Now let me show you how that can and would have played out if you're not trying to trade everything. Okay. I missed this one, okay, but I've since also put some things in place to help me not miss much anymore in my own world. So, all right, look how it worked out. Five-wave, 3-wave pullback, measured correctively, came to 50 to 60%. Let's look at that wave. Let's see how beautiful this is. This is an impulse. We got an impulse off the bottom. Okay, got a second wave down. We're going to trade the third wave. Sorry, guys. Impulse off the bottom. 3 waves down. Came to 50 to 60%. Here's our entry. Stop is down here. Okay, we go. All right. Let's measure this wave. One-to-one extension, 3 waves. Let's see what the retracement was. 61% to the tick. We had a clear long right there, and I missed it because I'm trying to trade everything, and sometimes it's bad to try to trade everything. Okay, now we're going to trade at least the one-to-one extension. So at least the one-to-one extension of that wave. So we let this trade go by. We let that trade go by. We're trading this right here. Okay, right there. We went from 60. Let's just say we got in at 6,900, and we get out the one-to-one extension at 8,100. Okay, so that is 11, 12. That's $1,200. That's a $1,200 trade right there. Now, when you're dealing with a trend and it's trending, like this wave is, what you do is you wait for 3 waves, and you get in, okay? And you count 5, then 3 waves, then you get in. Then you count 5, then you then you count 3 waves back, and you get in, okay? I mean, that's just the way trends work. Up 5. Now, how do you know when you get 5? Well, here's how you do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5. Okay. 3-wave. Well, sorry. 3-wave pullback. Here's our entry down here, and we're in. Now this one was pretty clear, except it came to the 786, which bugged me. I was looking for one more push down and didn't get it. So mad. See, this one came to the 786, and that one that happens a lot. Okay, it doesn't always come to the 1-to-1. Sometimes it'll come to the 786. So I missed this trade because I was looking for, and I said in my video, I said one more push down, we're going to enter the trade and go long. It just ran without me right there. It just did it. And so once I missed it, I missed it. But guess what, guys? Guess what? Once we got up here and did, once we got up here and did that right there, I haven't missed a trade yet. I haven't missed a trade since. We got in here and we've been trading that. We traded that, and now we traded that. Doing fine. So, all right. How are we doing? See, the thing is, our stops need to be in rational places, right? Taps. So they've got to be in places where they're not. It's not where the trade it gets invalidated. Okay, we need to talk about that another night. Really, stops for sure. But anyway, okay. So what I'm talking about with you is that I'm trying to help you develop a strategy where you can use Elliott Wave to be your strategy for trading. Okay, and so you have to learn, and here's where a lot of you are going to have a hard time, and it's that you're going to have a hard time giving the first wave away because you're going to have FOMO. Okay, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to miss out, and everybody else is going to be doing whatever, and they're going to be talking about their trade, and you're going to miss out. You're going to have a hard time giving that wave away. But let me tell you, you give that wave away, it's all right. Wait for that 3-wave pullback. You just wait for it. There's our entry. We go long, and you make it, okay, and you make your money. Everybody else is losing money in here somewhere because they're trading this correction, and it's hard and it's choppy on the small time frame. And you know how they go. Okay, this first wave always surprises you. So price is going down, going down, going down. Then we get this first really fast wave. It surprises you. Just let it go. It's okay. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Okay. So so price goes down. It reverses. Okay. And then we get the 3-wave pullback. There's our entry. Boom. And then we trade. Now, if we go back to any trend. Where Bitcoin was trending. Okay. Off the bottom. I just want to show you how this works. Price going, come on. Price going down, price going down, price going down. Up, got a little bit of a reversal wave right there. Kind of came past this structure. Got a reversal wave. Got a 3-wave pullback. Here's your entry point. Go long. Count 5 waves. Okay? I mean, that's a beautiful long, isn't it? You got to be able to hold through all this stuff, but y'all trade on the 5-minute and the 15-minute chart, and you can't hold through this crap. Then you get the first pump and you take your profit. You're like, I don't want to. You have to learn to hold 5 waves. Let 5 waves finish. Get a 3-wave pullback. We enter again. Let 5 waves finish. Get a 3-wave pullback. Enter again. Okay, same thing. And we just do it over and over and over. Okay? Once we know where the trend is, we just go with it. Just go with it. So why are all my videos talking about bull right now? Because that's where the trend's going. Okay? I mean, even if I think it might be a bearish count, the trend is moving north right now. So we're trading it north. That's the way we're trading. Any kind of trade against the trend, I'm very, very skeptical. I got in and got out the other day. Got in and got out the other day. All right. Let's see. There's 29 of you here. Welcome. All right. Somebody asked me earlier. Let's see. What did I see? What did I see that kept me in the long trade? Okay, let's talk about that. Then I'll do some Bitcoin analysis. That's all we're going to do tonight for the Trade Night School. So that takes Elliott Wave. Next week, I'm going to show you, those of you who aren't part of the Telegram group, I'm going to show you my moving average strategy and show you that strategy and let you begin using that. There are many moving average strategies. I'll show you my version of it. And I've actually developed some other rules that'll help me, that actually help, that I'll share with you guys on next time. So that'll be Thursday. Okay, it'll just give you another strategy so you can have rules and use your discipline for these rules. You don't just need to be jumping in and out of trades. You can't just jump in on a green candle and jump out and jump down on a red candle. You got to have a strategy. You got to have some system with rules, and you have to have discipline to follow those rules. Okay, that's key. Okay. Yes, that's correct, Taps. So just close your laptop. If you just want to trade long, close your laptop and wait for a big three-wave pullback, a really big trend reversing kind of wave. You'll know it when you see it. Wait for 3 waves to finish. 3 waves to finish. Wait for those waves to come down 50% or more. Once that happens, you got 3 waves. They come down 50% or more, and the extension of those waves measure correctively, and you're all over that trade. You're all in it. Okay? Yeah, no problem, Jago. No problem at all. All right. So let's talk about the long trade that I took and why I took it. Okay, so my moving average strategy, this is the 1 hour. My moving average strategy had us in the trade short right here on that candle. Boom, right there. This second candle right there. We were short from here. I held on to that, and it came on down, and I think I got out. I got out on, came up. I got out on this second hit right down here. So I got out at about $9,800 is where I took my profit. Okay. Now, a lot of people freaked out on this particular candle right here. So a lot of people are freaking out on this candle because this is like a reversal candle. It's like, oh no, it's going up again, right? But what do you know? After the first wave, you get one reversal wave, guys, you're gonna get a 3-wave pullback. So I was like, oh, okay, this thing might be reversing. So once I was short here, right? I was actually short from the top. I was actually short from here. I actually went short over here. I didn't use the MA here. I actually got in my trade right here on that candle, right there. Actually, it was on this candle, on this spike. I got in on that spike. Okay. So anyway, I was in right there. Even though that went up, I wasn't a big deal. I was fine with that. Price came down. I was fine. Everything's great. We're doing great. Now, price reversed. Some of you probably stopped your trades out. I was like, oh no, that's great. I waited for this 3-wave pullback. Once we got the bottom of this pullback at about $9,800, I got out right there. Okay, but I was looking at that. My trade idea was that this was a 1 and that was a 2. Okay, and then we were getting a 1, 2, and a 1, 2 of the next wave. That's what I was expecting. Okay, but what happened was, so I actually went long at 98.27 in this region somewhere. Okay, I was looking at my criteria for this trade was that this was a fractal that happened 3 other times that I could show you on this chart. Okay, where we had a big reversal wave. It took a wave that came back down that took it all back, and then it started with these little dinky waves, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then it continued up. And that happened 3 other times I could show you. And I put those in the Telegram group, and I explained why I was taking this trade. All right, and I said that if we break 9,800, I'd probably get out of the trade. Well, I didn't. I actually waited. I watched price action here. And what I noticed is that even though price went and dipped down right here, it came right back up on the same candle. And I'm like, okay. So once price was like kind of showing the potential for down, but it was trudging down really slow, and then price came down and it came right back up, I'm like, okay. And then when price went down again, it just went down, but it didn't break the low again. It didn't break the low. In fact, it just started kind of making its way up, and I'm like, I'm going to hold on to this trade until this thing shows me that it really wants to go down, because I was waiting for market maker shenanigans. So in my mind, I understand that they're market maker shenanigans, and I sometimes wait it out. And so I waited all these shenanigans out. What I could have done was stop my trade where I said I was going to stop it with discipline, right? And I could have waited for all this to happen, and then got back in the trade at the 1 hour cross right here at that candle. It would have been very, very close. I would have had a very close entry. I wouldn't have had to wait that out, okay? But I would have paid more fees. So so anyway, but I held it, and because price action wasn't convincing me we were going down. So that's why I didn't get out of the trade, and I held it. And once we had this cross of the moving average, buddy, that's game on, and we got the pump. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that pump at all. So anyway, now let's do some TA, and let's just take a peek at this wave that we're getting, and let's see where it's headed, okay? So generally after these long spikes, that's your third wave. That long spike's your third wave, okay? So we know we've got, some kind of a 1, 2, 3, and now we got the 4 wave, and it looks like we got the 1, 2 of the next wave already in. So guys, I'm expecting a spike here anytime. I'm expecting that third wave spike to come on up, 3, and then 4, 5 into my $10,500 region. I got this trend line up here. I've got this. I've got the old high right here. Okay, that's the October 25th high right there. I got fibs at 10,450. I got fibs at 10,600. I got a really, really good zone right in here, guys. Lots of reasons to go short. And guys, let me just tell you, we get a spike here tonight that goes up really fast, goes in this region. I'm shorting it, buddy. Now, so some of you are like, well, Jim, didn't you just tell us to let that first wave go by? Yeah, that's you. Okay. I've got other strategies that I use, and knowledge about the market that I use, and higher risk taking that we can do. I'm going to trade that. I'm going to take a risk, and I'm going to trade it. Okay, and I'm going to stop that thing if it goes higher than what I'm expecting. So, but sometimes what you based on an idea, you take a shot. So if I see my 5 waves finish up here, I'm going to take a shot up here. Okay, boom, and go short. And I think guys, after tonight's big one, I think we're going to get our big 3-wave correction. Yeah, I have a pretty good risk tolerance, and I'm also very patient. You'll notice on a lot of my on my screen for my videos, it says chill, the market always comes back. It's true. I have waited a month for the market to come back in a bad trade. Now, I don't recommend it. I'm just saying I've waited that long for a trade to come back. Again, I don't recommend that. That wasn't really good of me. But the point is that I've learned patience. I've learned it because the market does come back. It doesn't just go straight up and leave forever. It comes back, and then it goes. And so when it comes back, that's when I exit the bad trade and go long. Okay. So you guys just have to learn patience and learn with the market. But I'm expecting a spike here coming pretty soon. Okay. Let's see. Taps, I don't have a lot of, I don't use the golden cross in my own mindset, in my trading. I don't use the golden cross. I mean, on the higher time frames. So I'm sorry, I can't help you with that question. I hope you'll forgive me. Certainly, look how previous golden crosses and death crosses happen. I mean, they're significant in the market for people for sure, but they're not really significant, big time significant in my own mind, because again, I'm trading on the 1 to 4 hour chart. I'm just trading the market as it comes and goes. So I'm trading the smaller swings. So when I'm using moving average cross, I'm actually using price as one of the that's basically the zero moving average, right? That's what price is. So the price line is actually one of my, and so when the price crosses the moving average, then it's significant to me. So I care more about when price crosses the moving average than when the moving average is crossed. Because to me, that when the moving average is crossed, that's a delayed indicator. Okay, that is after the fact. Okay, so if I waited, for instance, for this 20 to cross this 50 to get in this trade, I'm in this trade right up here. Okay, because that's where it crossed. Okay, but if I wait for the price to cross the 20, I'm in the trade down here, and I actually have a chance to get that trade. Okay, like when price crossed right here. Okay, I got that short. Okay, now price came and crossed here. The next I usually wait for two candles. So this was the first close, and then the next candle was green. I probably would not have gotten in here at this location if I was getting in on a cross, but rather because there was a green candle that followed the red candle. This one had a red candle and then another red candle. So that would have given me good confirmation if I got in the trade here to stay in the trade. If I had gotten in the trade on this one and saw this green candle begin to close across here, I would have gotten out of the trade right there. So anyway, that's what I prefer about the moving average crosses. Okay, so sorry about that. All right, let's see. Ryan, I understand what you're saying. I suppose I understand that point for sure. So that's why I use the moving averages to kind of keep me square. In other words, regardless of what I think the count is and where I think price should be going and whatnot, I've been personally trading the moving averages, or at least using those. As well as Elliott wave, but I'm not entering on the moving averages. I'm trying to enter earlier to get better entries, and I use my Elliott wave knowledge for that. But sometimes the moving average entry is better, especially in trends like this. And so, I have found that the 1 hour chart with the moving average crossover is the price moving average over the 20 is one of the best indicators. Okay, one of the best indicators of entry. I mean, you got a nice signal long here. Okay, sorry. When it doesn't work is on fourth waves. Okay, just stay out of it after fourth waves. Let it finish. Okay, let your fourth wave do its choppy thing and finish before you enter again. Okay, so in the chop you stay out. You don't use the average. But down here, for instance, okay, price came down. It crossed over right there. Boom, there's your entry, and you caught all of it. Okay, so you might put the 20 and the 50 on your chart and see if you can come up with a strategy with a rule set for yourself. I found the 1 hour chart gives you the best signals to get all of the move or most of the move. 2 hours the 2 hour chart's a little late for me, for my liking. So it's a little late with the signals. Okay. So watch the third wave of the fifth spike. Yes. Pull back, go back up, and then short. Yeah, potentially. But Aaron, it's not always that simple because you may not get that. It may not become that clear. It may happen so fast. In other words, price action might go like this. Within minutes, it'll go up and hit your area. It'll pull back and then boom, and then do it, and then that's it. And so that little second hit to the high was your fifth wave, and you're gone. So it's not always that simple, but yeah, that's the idea. Okay, guys, I hope this has just been helpful for you, just kind of looking and thinking about your trading. Let me just emphasize to you again, You need to have a strategy, and that strategy has to have rules, okay? I'm giving you some ideas, okay, of how to use Elliott Wave and Elliott Wave structure to create entries. You need to go back and look at the chart and then create rules for yourself for that Elliott Wave strategy. I'm not going to give you everything, but I'm giving you ideas for it, okay? I gave you ideas tonight for the moving average. We'll talk about those rules on Thursday that I've created for myself that are good for entry and exit, okay, and stops and whatnot. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful for you tonight. Just a little abbreviated tonight. I didn't even realize it was Tuesday, so you get 2 trading night schools this week. If I'm not too tired on Thursday, I've been working. We're doing a pretty big remodel where I am, and I've got to drive about 45 minutes away to 50 minutes away every day. So I'm doing 2 hours in the truck. Plus, I'm working my tail off trying to keep the charts and keep working at the same time. And guys, I'm just running ragged. And then at nighttime, I'm trying to get some sleep, and then I'm trading the London market. You know, on the forex, and just guys, I'm just dog tired. And so, if anything has to go, it's gonna be the YouTube videos. At least I'll be first to say, well, I didn't get a YouTube video out today. Oh well, but I will not do that to the trading group. I'll make sure you guys are set with everything you need. Okay. All right, you guys have a fantastic evening. I appreciate that. Thank you for hitting the likes, and thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great night, and enjoy your Tuesday night. I'll be around for a little bit. I'm going to get a nap here a couple hours before London market opens. But anyway, we'll talk to y'all later, okay? Bye-bye.